Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. The most important show of your lives. Not really. Welcome to Reverse Polarity. I'm Dean. It's the other guy.
Yeah, sidejag.
Yeah, Reverse Polarity, Sidejag, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Yeah. This show does need a new name. We just haven't took time to think about it.
I know. I still kind of like the Sidejag because, I mean, that's essentially what it is.
That's
I
what
think
it
it
is.
just needs
Yeah.
a new overview of what it actually is.
Yeah.
It could just be as simple as saying guy talk, but
Yeah.
Modern guy talk. Because, yeah.
Are we allowed to have guy talk? I don't know. I don't know the rules now.
I don't care.
2024.
I feel like you can have.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's just it though. Like comedians are off the hook now, right? Because like apparently comedians can be comedians again now. That's what I was
I
told
didn't
the
know
other
that.
day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was told they're people have finally figured out that hey, we're telling jokes.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. But they were like, yeah, no. It's like,
Dude, I have found that like nothing is more boring to me than comedians talking about or actors talking about their craft. I've listened to so many podcasts. It's like I don't care at all. I don't care at all.
what do you talk about though? Like,
They talk about how a joke set. Now that is kind of interesting, like how
yeah.
they set a joke, the punchline and stuff. But just talking about they're just sniffing their own farts. Like
I
a
feel
very
like
serious
sniffing your own
actor.
part of it though, man. I feel like
Yeah.
I make a living off of sniffing my own farts.
So do they. So do they.
You know what I mean? It's like kind of like that's what we do.
Yeah. I like this rule.
Yeah. No, and that's the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna be butthurt no matter what. Oh yeah. I watched the newest Dave Chappelle thing, and I came to this conclusion about Dave Chappelle a while back. I like Dave Chappelle. I have no problems with Dave Chappelle. I agree with what he's thinking somewhat most of the time.
Right.
Um, um, but the funny thing about how Dave Chappelle tells jokes is that you're not going to get the joke like story joke. The
Right.
joke is way the far. It's way over here. It's far away, way far away. Okay, so you're gonna go on this journey, and there'll be a little funny thing here. It's kind of funny. And you're going to keep going, and there'll be a little funny thing here. But you got to go on this really long trail before you finally get to the actual joke. And the joke sometimes is good, and sometimes like, wow, we went a really long way for that joke, and it's kind of fell flat,
What I mean, I've loved like Dave Chappelle. The Chappelle Show is probably like my favorite skit show of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically doing the same kind of jokes that he's done the whole time.
Right.
It's just he's updated it. He's picking on new people. Before he was picking on white people, black people, just the stereotypes. But what I will say is like he's kind of past his prime now. He had a big break, and I don't think he's in the same pocket that he was before when he was really hitting it. It's anybody that doesn't act or doesn't.
Well, yeah, but he's older now, so he's going to tell things that are relative to his life right now, right?
Right.
What's up, Chris? Thanks for hanging out. So, on a side, Jake. So I was listening. On Andre 5000, Andre 3000, whatever the hell he's called.
Yeah.
That those guys, Outcast. So
Outcast,
he's the guy in Outcast. Did a little acting, all that fun stuff, and they were interviewing him, and like he just came out with some weird fluty thing because he's into woodwinds now or some shit like that. Either way, they were like, hey, you quit. Would you ever come back? And he's like, no, because the shit we were singing about, we can't sing about those things anymore. Like those things don't mean anything to me anymore. Like, when we were young, those were the things we sung about. What am I going to sing about now? Like making my mortgage payment, changing my kid's diaper, going to sit down on a hot field on a Sunday, watching my kids play sports, like folding laundry. He's like, that's the stuff I do now. This is what we did back then, and why those songs were so good. But now we have different lives, and so trying to go back to those, MC Hammer style, like humps in your rump, humps in your rump. We like the girls with the humps, bumps in the rump, whatever the fuck it was. It's like, no, dude, like you can't, like no one buys that shit, and they were at least smart enough to know that it's like, could you still write those songs? Yeah, sure. Why couldn't you? You could still write those songs. You just got to hand them down to somebody else to sing.
And this been like this for all history. Bands that a lot of bands get salty that the people only want to hear this specific music from them.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, I'm a musician, I'm writing new stuff. Well, turns out your new stuff didn't catch on. People don't care. I mean, unless you're like Aerosmith, the Beatles, a lot of big bands have made a long span.
Yeah.
But most of them aren't. Like, people don't care about the new stuff. Just like me, if I all of a sudden start, now I'm making golf videos. Well, nobody that watched my other videos is likes these. Well, because they watched me for the car audio videos.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Like, I don't expect them to
no, and you don't even want to talk to those people because that's not what they know you for.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it. I totally get it. It's like again, you hit the point. Like Kiss has had this long career of making music, and they'll put out an album, and there might be one song on that album that like carry. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes, but the fans will dig it. Like the fans totally dig it. Like they're the biggest fan service band that has ever lived.
Right.
But when you go to the concert, they know what fucking time it is. Like you're there to see them dressed up like fucking, the Demon and Star Child and all that bullshit, and sing these, 10 awesome songs that they've been singing. Like, they fucking like they're just waiting. I mean, you're just fucking woo, fuck yeah, sing it, bitch. And Gene falling off.
The good thing about them is they're not salty about it. Like they know. They know what people want to hear, and it's like, hey, you like this? I'm gonna give it.
Pay me.
Exactly.
Gene's not stupid. It's like, I want the money. And that's just it. I mean, like, listen, and it's funny because so like, let's say you look at all these guys, these bands that came back, like Motley Crue. Okay,
right.
Motley Crue had their day. They had their day in the sunshine, and then they disappeared. But 10 years, 15 years later, they get to come back and they get to play all that shit over again. And no one is going to complain. Like, dude, wait, can you play fucking, whatever, scream and shout and whatever the fuck, play all that? Yeah, fuck yeah, sure. We can still do that. I'll pay you to do it. I just want to relive my fucking youth. No problem, bro.
What's like if New Radicals comes out with a new song? I don't care. Play me. You only get what you give.
Yeah.
And then that's the only song anybody ever cared about that you ever did. So play that.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to. And it's funny. Musicians can do that, but like actors can't. They can to a point. So like, I feel like the actor that has just like gone to the well one too many times is like Liam Neeson. It's like, when he did Taken, it was like, holy shit, this is a real.
Right, that was dope. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
And then it was like every movie since then has been
a worse version of Taken. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, dude, like we get it. Like we get it. Right. You've done it on a boat, you've done it in a car, you've done it on a plane,
I'm gonna be honest,
on a train.
I'm the same way with The Rock. I loved a lot of The Rock stuff, but I just he's the same. The only one I think that's pulled that off where I can accept it every time is like Samuel L. Jackson.
Dean puts play Hifivega pass. And I would never do that. I mean, trust me.
If you've done a flute, though, let me ask you this: would it be like a Willy Wonka style flute?
Oh no, dude! It'd be fucking shinies. It'd be big.
Yeah, almost like a saxophone size.
I got a sax. There's a saxophone right there. Pull it out right now. But oddly enough, saxophone right there.
A regular Blue Clinton over there.
Listen, I'm like, I know when I put out a video, like for example, we put out 3 videos yesterday, and they were just ads. They were straight up ads that we filmed for some of our partners, and it was like, I knew they weren't going to do well. I knew they weren't going to do this. Not what people want, but I had to get them done, and I also had to pick up the girls from the airport that night. So it was like I had like 2 hours and I had to get the orca video done to get that out today. And it was like, you guys can, I'm just going to take these 3 videos that we've made in the last 2 weeks or whatever, and here you can have them to look at and hate on, do whatever you want. I don't care. But it's something. It's something so that your morning isn't totally ruined because, we didn't put out a video and you didn't have something to watch while you're drinking your coffee and we're dickheads. So, at least you're sitting there drinking your coffee going, man, what the hell? This is like 30 seconds worth of shit. Oh, this sucks. But
you always have to balance your channel with things like that, the things that people want, the things that are helping you with the channel, and then the things that you like to do.
Right.
It's
and that's an actor, like, so really good. So this weekend the girls were gone. Like they're in California doing the whole thing. If you want to know more about that, just watch Sunday, The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. And I'm sure Haley's going to tell you all about it. I'm just going to sit there and go, yep. But so I was working. And God bless you people that work at a desk all day. I don't know how the fuck you do it. Because I got up at 9 o'clock. I sat down in a chair, had my laptop in front of me. I turned the TV on for noise because I was the only one home. It's really fucking quiet. And I started working. And I worked till about 11 o'clock that night on the fucking laptop. I stopped and I cleaned the bathroom and I put some laundry away. But otherwise, I was just fucking hammering on this laptop trying to get all this fucking work that I have done. And I was losing my mind. I don't know how the fuck people do that shit. Like, it was insanity.
Dude, you tell me. I just got into this life a couple years ago, but it's rough. I have to get up and walk around. I have to manage I'll purposely put breaks in where I need to do something out on the floor, whatever.
Yeah.
So I put that in so I can go out there, and not just sit there and look at Excel sheets and literally look at numbers 80% of my day.
So anyways, where I was going with this is I watched during dinner time, I watched the documentary that Disney did on Harrison Ford. So it was Indiana Jones versus Harrison Ford. And it was this really good documentary on the journey of Harrison Ford and how Indiana Jones is kind of intersected throughout his career.
Right.
And like he was on it and they talked to him, and he doesn't do a lot of this stuff. Like he does almost none of this stuff. He's a very private guy. And it was interesting to hear, like he, because he was a carpenter. He was a finished carpenter. And once he figured out he could do that and people would pay him, he was like, I really like this acting shit, but I'm not going to take every goddamn job that walks my way. I'm just going to take this shit I like because I have a job that I'm making money over here. So I'm making money, So once he figured that out, it was like, no, I don't want that job. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to go build this house, and then he'd be like, oh, I like this one. So, as he got older, he was like, oh, I'm going to do this job for you guys. And I'm going to do this job for me. And it was like, I want to do this. I don't want to do that. Bruce Willis, towards the end there, he was just doing it as a cash grab because he's losing his mind. I mean, he's done. Like he's disconnected from the world now, so that was just like, I'm going to make as much money as I can for my family before my brain doesn't work anymore. That's actually a really sad story.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, but they'd let you know he's a regular person because any father would do that.
Yeah.
For their family. It's my job to take care of you guys.
Right.
And I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to work as much as I can until I can.
Yeah. And that's what he did. I mean, it's like that last movie he made was like, that was it, man. And after that, it was like, hey, you want to go blow bubbles? I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of sucks.
Yeah,
he was it wasn't like he was making a lot of money. He was literally doing like day jobs. He'd do like 1 day jobs, like 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 day jobs, 20 grand. That was it. It was like, you'd come in, he'd film his part and he'd leave. He'd give him 10 grand. It's like, we got Die Hard and 10 grand day jobs. Yeah, I mean, there again, I'm sure he's still having happy moments, but I mean, no one wants to see their brain start to slip away. That's got to be the worst, bro. Like, look in the mirror and not know who you are, what you've done? Like,
Mhm.
know who you are. I mean, like, know that the person that, like, you've loved for the last 20 years or your kids and be
Yeah.
like, "Who are you again? I mean, I feel like I know you, but I don't." Oh, fuck that. I mean, that's like prison in a whole 'nother way,
Yeah.
you
That'd be
know?
horrible.
Ugh, that's the worst. But either way, on to a happier thought. Um, yeah. So, good
I've
time.
watched something. I've watched something besides what we were supposed to watch.
What did you watch?
I watched Wonka, the prequel.
Oh, yeah, you talked about going to do that maybe. How was
Yeah,
it?
I liked it. Now there was so the original Wonka was kind of musical.
Mhm.
There was maybe a little bit more musical in this one that I liked, but
Yes.
I
I
would
could see
say
that.
it's still only but less than 20% probably.
Oh, really?
But there's a decent chunk of musical stuff in there.
Okay. Alright.
Uh, but yeah, I thought what's his name? Timothy Chalamet or
Yeah. The
whatever the
weird
hell.
guy.
He's like the weird guy that's in everything. He done a really good job. I thought that he portrayed the Gene Wilder Wonka prequel style really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's Colorblind says he likes it and he hates musicals, so I
I
I
hate musicals with a
I hate
passion.
musicals too. Yeah.
Except for Disney, like, I don't know what it was about Frozen, but I totally got taken in by
I
Frozen.
like
I think
Frozen.
it was Olaf.
Yeah,
I
Frozen
think
was just a good solid movie, even
yeah,
though
I
it was
think
a
I think
cartoon.
Olaf just wrote me in, and it was just so well done, not to take anything away from I just like, "God damn it, I like this, and I don't wanna like it." It's like, "Shit. I'm gonna go in the other room and hurt some animals or something." But, oh, so it was good. How was the Oompa Loompa?
Um, actually really, really good.
I feel like he had the best role in the movie.
Yeah, that was Hugh Jackman, right?
No, no, that was not. It was the
Well,
British dude.
it was definitely a British dude, but
Yeah, I
the
can't
Oompa
think of it.
Loompa might have been the highlight of the movie.
I mean, it feels like he is.
Yeah. Um, then the cast of characters who he kind of they don't mean as much besides there's one girl that kind of is with him. You hear her whole story and all that. So she's important. The rest of them are just kind of there to be props. But the movie overall, I thought it was great.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's on my list of movies to watch for sure. Because
Yeah,
like, I feel like, I grew up watching the Gene Wilder,
yeah.
Willy Wonka, like, on TV, like, that was crazy. Hugh Grant, thank you. I knew one of you
You
would
got
know.
it.
I don't know why, I
I
just
knew
could
it was a
not.
Hugh. I knew it was a Hugh of some way.
Well, he's a good actor, like, he's done a
Yeah,
couple movies that I've really enjoyed, with questionable names, and he's had
right,
a questionable past because I think he's been caught with prostitutes and all that other fun stuff,
right.
so,
Yeah,
it's like, he's my kinda guy, you know?
exactly.
I mean, he's real, right? It's like, "Oh, he's got caught with a prostitute."
Yeah,
Oh,
but he done
and
great. Like I think like I love the Gene Wilder Wonka, Willy Wonka.
okay, so we love it, but does it act like, when like, I haven't probably seen it in 30 years,
Yeah,
so I
I
don't know if
I've
I
seen
could.
it probably within the last 5 years.
Okay.
So I think it held up. There is cheesy parts and there's
Oh, there's cheesy
cheesy
parts in all of them.
graphics and stuff like that, but just the creepiness of Gene
Yes.
Wilder as Willy Wonka,
Yeah.
it's still as creepy as you think it would be.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Because it was
then
creepy.
this new character, Willy Wonka, the prequel, he hasn't grown into the creepy stage yet, but you can tell he's gonna be creepy, right?
Well, I mean, listen, he's a
So
recluse that hangs out with these little Loompa Loompas,
right,
so,
right. And
and
it's
people
way better
did
than Johnny Depp. Like, the Johnny Depp Wonka sucked. I hated it.
that was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
He went way too far. He went like,
well, that's what Johnny Depp does, though, because
right,
I
yeah.
mean, he gets caught up in the moment and just kinda goes far left. That's yes, ladies of the night.
Gonna get canceled. Ladies tonight, my friend.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's funny.
Um, yes, yeah, like he was gonna
Right,
just
yeah, like
die. And deep down inside, I think he wanted to because,
right, yeah.
I mean, the reality is that, like, everyone I'm sure in this movie I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But everyone's out to get the guy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it's not like that changes.
Yeah,
You know, in as the phrase goes, the higher up on the tree you are, the more people want to knock you down.
right.
So he becomes the best chocolatier of all time, and like he's just like, I've had enough of this shit. Like you guys are all assholes. I'm gonna just close the doors and be gone with you.
Yeah, and I
You
watched a few background things. So the theory is that the original Willy Wonka was based in the United States, because the cars they had, because obviously it was filmed in the United States, I think, right?
right?
It's something like that, but it was interesting to watch.
Like the idea behind Willy Wonka. I mean, I don't remember when it was written,
Yeah, that
but
it was like a British sect of the United States area or something like, because there's a lot of British stuff in it, with
oh
a lot.
yeah, well, yeah, of course.
And then of course, the grandpa who is bedridden, and all of a sudden he gets a bite of chocolate and he's like, "Oh shit, money?" Like, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, bro,
let's do
let's
this,
go.
bro.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know. These are all weird cookie things. Although, it's funny. We're talking about videos that you get roped into watching.
Yeah.
Right now there's this candy company. I don't know where. I don't really care. It's called like Rock and Roll Candy Company or something like that on Instagram. And all they do is show them making the hard candy,
Yeah.
and so they all it always starts with them dumping the liquid candy onto their table,
Uh,
and then
yeah.
starting to mix it, and they got the machine that does this, and I am so goddamn captivated by that. I don't know why. I'm just like stuck
Yeah.
on. I'm like, I gotta watch it.
It's like those soothing videos, because they'll do that, like the guys that stack up the water bottles with no tops, and they're just throwing them on top of each other
Yeah,
perfectly straight. Yeah.
yeah. But it's like just watching them, and then it's like it's like they're pulling it and getting that one little piece started, and you're like, how the hell did they like how soft? I want to be like, can I just grab one of those and just see how soft this candy is? Because it looks like one minute it looks very hard, the next minute it's like they can stretch it, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Burn all
It's
the
so
skin off
weird.
your hands.
Movie you watched as kids would not fly now. Probably not. I don't know
Not at
though.
the
Like
same ratings.
we say that, but there was a lot of like Song of the South. I mean, Disney's like kept that one in the vault forever because it's about a slave,
Right.
and it's like, but these are all things that like, I mean, we try to pad the walls a little too much. I mean, I
Right.
live in Florida where they're padding the walls hardcore. Um, and it's like the truth is there, but why do we? I mean, don't get me wrong. I get we should learn from the mistakes of our past. We totally should. But like, do we need to pad the walls about it? And do we need to dwell on it? I guess we do. I don't know. I mean,
And that's
middle-aged white guy saying something like that really doesn't hold a lot of weight.
right. Well, I think that both, like, there's an outrage culture, and it's
Yeah.
not just one group of people. It's like both sides of the extreme.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, for sure.
outraged. These people are outraged because this, and then these people are outraged because these people are outraged.
Right.
It's like, and we're kind of letting those people run the world right now, which
Yeah.
is
Oh, for sure.
typically everybody in the middle was running the world, and then we just heard these people off to the
Well,
side.
here's the funny thing. We all complain about like gun violence and shit like that. And there again,
Yeah.
not to get political about this, but then one of the number one selling things this Christmas is Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Okay. There's literally a 30-foot section of Nerf guns in Target.
They got badass Nerf guns now.
Oh, no
like
shit.
those
Santa Claus brought Sebastian a Nerf gun that he was so excited about. Dude, I took Sebastian to Walmart, and for those who don't know, it's my partner's son. And work associate. I'm married to a female. Anyways, you never know anymore, right? Anyway,
Yeah, right.
so we go to Target, and I'm like, hey man, like show me some Christmas stuff that you want. What are you gonna ask Santa for? and so we're walking around, and dude, it was like there was RC cars on one side of the aisle and Nerf guns on the other side of the aisle. And we just kept like doing this figure eight, and it was like
Mhm.
RC cars one time around, Nerf guns when we come, and it's like we're going down the same aisle. Like you're gonna look right one time and left the other time. And he's like, he had his heart. He's like, dude, this is it. I guess The Walking Dead had like a rifle Nerf gun that is like the coolest thing ever. And he's like, I hope Santa brings me this. And I was like, I hope Santa brings that for you too. That would be cool. You know, he's like, I want this RC car too. I'm like, now you're pushing your luck.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think Santa's made out of?
Santa can't build everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, you think you've been that good? I mean, I know you. You ain't been that good. He's just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, you've been a dick. Like, you ain't getting none of this shit.
That you know, it turns out still in 2024, like little boys love cars and guns and action figures, and little girls still like baby dolls and stuff. So it's okay. And if you don't, that's okay too. If you like the opposite, that's fine too.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I really don't care. It's just funny because it's like, you know, oddly enough, Santa Claus brought him a big RC car and a Walking Dead shotgun. I mean, Santa Claus is a cool guy.
And now he's going around blasting everybody with that damn thing.
Dude. And like when he opened it up, you know, he was like, oh my, he over exaggerates like you never believe. Like, you know, he's definitely a and he got Legos too.
Yeah, Legos are definitely like every kid, boy or girl, love that.
He got a Lego Ferrari because he told Haley, he goes, I really want a Lego Ferrari.
Yeah.
Haley goes, I know some people that might be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
So Haley got the Lego keyboard. That thing was cool as shit.
Dude, yeah, someone else told me about that. I kind of want to get that. Does it have real switches?
Yeah.
It uses like real like red switches or is it like a membrane keyboard?
It's old school, like
each key is its own little cap.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting one. How much are they?
A lot.
Really?
I don't know, $100, 100 some odd bucks.
Oh, I paid $60 for this. Yeah, I'm gonna get.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
So when you press the keys, there's 1 pound that goes up. The rest of them are just there for faux. But the thing goes, and you go,
oh man,
and you can roll the thing up, and it's really cool how it works. Like if you're in a classic keyboards, did we bring it on the show? I feel like we brought it on the show for Christmas. I don't know. If not, we'll bring it on Sunday. But it looks so cool. Like it's sitting on her desk right now. It looks like a real typewriter.
That's awesome.
Like it's pretty badass. She built that, and she got me the Lego Super Star Destroyer Micro. It's like this long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, for Father's Day or something. And then I had Captain Rex head. And so I built those while she was building the typewriter during Christmas.
Yeah.
It was like the first time I actually got to build Legos in a long time. I have boxes of Legos in here that I have yet to build. So it sucks. But you're funny.
Yeah.
You don't need that negativity in your life.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, to her point, yes, there are some movies like that. I don't know how well they would hold up. Like I don't know if the people would be willing to take the heat that they would get from it. I think that's more of the problem, you know, because like what was it, history of the world?
Yeah.
You know, doo-doo caca shit, you know. I don't know if people could accept that.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Like that one. Jesus, man. Like I don't know if like we've become so pussified, you know, where it's like everyone is offended, and everyone that gets offended, and rightly so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, it's like it's very insensitive, but at some point, like, can we not have any more fun?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, if you're having fun at somebody else's expense, it's like, yeah, that's usually what fun is. You pick on somebody.
That's the best part of Chappelle's show.
Yeah, like, I mean, literally, like you picked on.
And it's like, yeah, I do love that. I do love that song. And yeah, it is funny that I love that song.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But it's like, I thought that's what we did. Like when you were a kid, you picked on somebody. Of course, now it's just gotten to the point of, oh, that's cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Okay, it is because you're a dick because you're not doing it to their face. Like when we were kids, like if you're a dick, I picked on you to your face. Like, dude, you're tall and silly looking. Haha, you're a big Shrek. Ha ha ha. And you're like, dude, I'm gonna pound you, you little twerp. You gotta catch me, Bigfoot. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Run circles around your dopey ass. You know, and that's what we did. But now you can't do that. Like now they're just like, you know, little Johnny's getting picked on by Erica. Oh. Wait a minute, was it Erica?
There was always different. There's a difference between someone that was a straight up bully and then just your friends like, hey, dude, that haircut looks stupid. Don't do it. You look stupid.
Crawl up there and go, ugh.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that kind of stuff. It keeps you from. I think a little bit of that goes a long way in making people more responsible for their actions.
Yeah.
Like you're doing stupid shit. You shaved half your head. People are gonna think you're stupid. Look,
or they'll think you're Gwen. I mean, you know,
right? Yeah, exactly.
But there again, but now they're not doing it that way. Now it's like it's no whole bars. Well, I'm not looking at you, so dickhead, you know, and you're just like, what? You know, now people are saying stuff that they would never say in polite society.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's just like, but in that note, if you watch this stupid ass documentary, oh my gosh, Bitconned, like it was. I personally thought it was great.
Yeah, me too.
That guy was the dumbest person.
Dude, I just got caught up in the story. Now, let me ask you this. He told a lot of hard truths about himself.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he was not telling the whole truth, right?
Oh, I would hope not. I mean, although he is kind of dumb. He is.
But he's like dumb in the smartest way you could be dumb.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what happens, though. God loves drunks and stupid people, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's what always happens, right? It's always the dumbest guy in the room that is not the dumbest guy in the room, but for some reason has like this halo of joy that follows him no matter. It's like, it's okay, honey. It's okay. So you killed somebody. It's not the end of the world. So you took all their life savings. It's okay. We love you. We just want you to be happy.
He's dumb in the way that the consequences don't matter to him.
No.
You know, he's like that wasn't even a consideration, anything he's doing.
No, just give me drugs and money, and I don't really care what happens.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's also part of it too. Is that dude, this guy's done so many drugs, man. Like he's probably got a 4-cylinder up there going. Poop, 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 poop. You know, he's dumb as crap. But it was a great story. I mean,
oh yeah,
and it's funny too because I remember, you know, at first I was like, "Is this fake? Like, this is almost too good to be real. Like, how did they get someone to like?" You know, and there's a scene in there where his mom was like, if you make my boy look bad, like I said, you're going to be sorry.
Yes.
You're going to be sorry. I'm coming at you. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like
your boy made himself look bad, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't have to do anything. He just opened his fucking mouth.
Exactly.
You know, we knew who the dumbest guy in the room was as soon as he opened his fucking, I mean, and he's literally like, do you not realize that people are going to watch this?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, he just spilled all the beans. He's like, yeah, the CEO, he's dead. Oh yeah, that CEO, we made him up. We just got this guy's picture off the internet, made up all this stuff, and it's like, oh my god, dude.
Like, I would not want to be friends with that guy ever. Like if he ever saw you do anything, it's like he's telling.
He's telling with a big loyalty tattoo along with this.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the best. Like, dude, he told everyone what we did. Dude. We all got in trouble except for him.
He told everyone.
Yeah.
It's like whenever, like, you know, high school, junior high, or whatever, you kiss the girl that everyone thinks was weird or whatever.
Yeah.
She's telling everybody. She is telling everybody. It ain't no secret. Everybody knows you did it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, he was, dude, that was just it was funny too, because the military guy that got up and was like, I need a minute.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. What? Nothing? I need a minute. I'm gonna, he just kind of walked away. It was like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, not even a day? Like, like time served?
Smiling the whole way. Like, he already knows he's getting away with it.
Dude, like, I mean, kudos to him. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like, who wouldn't do it, right? Like,
exactly.
who wouldn't do it and know that you could walk away with it? Like, for all those years, you're just like fucking doing all the drugs
He
and
didn't even build the damn company. He was just doing
no,
drugs while they built the company,
yeah,
and then he sold on them, and he got all
yeah,
the money in it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all scumbags. But what was funny is I remembered that because I was like, at the time when Bitcoin was becoming, everyone's doing all this data mining and spending all this money and shit. And I'm like, what does this all mean? Like if you got a million whatever Bitcoin,
yeah.
like it's not dollars, it's not real. And it's like, how do you spend it? Like you're
Mhm.
gonna buy other people's Bitcoiny crap? I mean,
The
unless
idea was genius. Like, the idea was genius.
well, the idea made the most sense.
Right, but
But
just the wrong people.
yeah,
And,
it
like, the
was just
people that got busted, like, you knew who this person was before you got into business with them.
oh, and it was like the reporter from the New York Times, like, literally you could do a real simple search and find out this shit was all fake.
Yeah,
And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm going, yeah, like
yeah,
no shit. I mean, just listening to these guys talk
yeah.
was like, I know there's places you can spend on Bitcoin now, but I'm
Now,
just saying,
but
like
this was
these guys,
2016 or
they're
2015,
yeah,
yeah.
their idea was that like it's just gonna like you're gonna treat it like a visa, and it's like it's not. It
Yeah.
like there's
Like,
always
they made it work. That still is not, you cannot do it like that today, still.
no,
But if
no.
they would've made that work back then, they legitimately would have been multi-billionaires.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a great idea, and that was the thing because I remember going, "Oh, somebody figured it out." And tough crowd, tough crowd. Um I just remember going, "Wow, like how is that going to work?" Because like technically,
Yeah,
our money is supposed to have value behind it backed in gold or some form of a
right,
value, right? There has to be. But Bitcoin is just fake
right.
shit, right?
Well, see, like, when we switched from the gold standard to fiat currency, it's just like the government. You trust the dollar because you know that the US government is good for the money, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And then, other countries, like when they have crazy, like Brazil, when they had crazy inflation, everyone's like, well, we don't trust that the government's going to pay that money now.
Right. Yeah. So, but I'm just saying though, it's like, what is backing Bitcoin that would allow it to be traded as in a
Well,
dollar?
I'll give you the pitch on this. I don't
Hit
believe
me
this,
away.
but their pitch for the Bitcoin is that it's backed by a blockchain crypto. That's what it is, the blockchain. So every Bitcoin that was mined, they know where it was mined, where it was found. There's not an infinite number of Bitcoins. There's only so many Bitcoins. That's why it's getting harder for people to mine them now.
I,
So
I don't even understand what mining did and how you found them
it's
and who put them
equations.
there.
So I've done mining on the PS3. You could do it with a system on there. And I,
Okay.
I mined like a third of a Bitcoin at one point, just letting it run at night. But it was just math equations that it's solving at very, very complex math equations. And then once you've finished that math equation, you get whatever the piece of the Bitcoin is.
Right.
And
But what is this? Okay, cool.
yeah,
Why would that even have value to it is what I'm getting at. It makes
yeah.
absolutely no sense.
Oh, it
Like,
only has value because people believe it has value.
right. But I mean, I did some math. I get a sticker on the wall. I mean, that's
Yeah.
essentially what
You
it just
get
sounds
you
like.
get say, this is not real numbers, but say there's only 1,000,000 Bitcoins that can be mined. So you've got one of 1,000,000.
Right,
That
but
is
what I'm
worth
getting at is
whatever.
how are they why would you even how do you even know to mine them? Like, the whole
Uh,
concept of it makes absolutely no sense to me because, I mean, it was one of those things I didn't bother to care about,
right.
but, like, and there again, it like anything in life, if somebody says it has value and they're willing to pay for it, it has
Yeah.
value, okay? So, that's
It's
just it.
more
If
like a
somebody says
jewel than a currency in that sense. Like,
right.
if there's only so many jewels and you mine one of them,
Right, but who's the
jewels
first
can
guy
go
that was
nothing.
like, "Here's the trick." If you find you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
It's
sense. I
it's
mean
I only know this because when it first started coming on, I was at one point I had 10 Bitcoins, which
Right.
is crazy now, right? But back then, they were not even worth $1
Right.
each. And no, I lie. They probably might have been worth $3 each or something like that. And but anyways, I got rid of them stupidly, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to this person, give it to this person, whatever. And at that point, you could buy stupid little trinkets and stuff like that with Bitcoins. So me, I'm not a believer in any of this stuff. I was like, oh, I could do it with my PS3 and I could buy Bitcoins. That's what I did. So I mined one, and I think I bought like 5, 6, and somehow or another ended up with about 10 total, which would be worth whatever, like $600,000 or something now, which is stupid. Like like Chris. Do you still have them, Chris? Because they're worth like I don't know how much they're worth now. I don't keep up with it, but they're worth multiples of thousands.
Yeah,
It's
I
ridiculous.
still don't yeah, and there again, I don't care, dude, because it's
Yeah.
obviously too late now. You know? But these guys were just like,
Yes,
um,
and they're worth dude, see?
"Alright, well, you need to stop working at Circuit City and just or
His
Best Buy,"
retirement.
and
That's his retirement. Part of his
kinda like
retirement
yeah,
to
but
get there.
here's the thing, if they're worth 400,000 now,
Yeah.
like,
No, you cash
what
them in. Like, you cash them at the high point. I'll this is why I'll never be a multimillionaire, because I'm telling you, like, if I make, like, 5,000,000, I'm not doing nothing else. I'm done.
yeah.
Like, I've got my 5,000,000. I'm cashing out right now. I might leave 1,000,000 of it in there, but I've got my main amount of money that I'm gonna live the rest of my life on, and that's just gonna be that.
Oh, you'll know when the YouTube channel is like
Yeah,
yeah, like, you'll know when I'm done.
right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's if I made because I don't have the drive to anymore. Maybe when I was younger, but once I make the money that I need, like, I don't need anything else.
Well, the
I
reality is if I had my druthers, I would cash out of this and just do, boring life travel shit.
yeah, I would
You know?
travel too. That'd be the number
To
one thing I did.
to me, that to me sounds like the best idea,
Yeah,
you know? Just go do I mean, and there was we did have an idea for that, not for the boring side, but for the Smash 4 side of things that we
yeah,
could go do that, and the it could be done. It would just take a lot of upfront capital to do it.
right.
That it's like I don't know if it would have to be like the business model we came out with was going to take a lot of backing,
Mhm.
and we talked to a couple manufacturers about it, and it was just the more we talked about it, the more I was like, this is a terrible idea
Yeah,
because it just doesn't. It's one of those ideas where it's like one of those TV shows that's good for a season,
right,
and then the second season is going to fall flat.
right.
And that was one of those things where it was like I saw it as like it would be really good for about 2 years, and then there'd be no more interest in it because it would be over. We'd have done everything there was to do at that point. So yeah, it wouldn't have worked, you know. So I was like, never mind. So
Yeah. See, some people don't like travel.
oh no, and I totally understand that. It's
Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass, but to me, I love it. I mean, I want to get
yeah,
the
me too.
fuck
I
out of
just
here.
love being in new areas and experiencing new stuff. But
And
there is a time where if you've been traveling too long, it's like I'm ready to go home now. Like,
oh, for sure. Well, you
yeah,
always need grounding. I mean,
right, yeah,
you always need to know why you left. That goes without saying. But it was it was a good documentary for sure. I enjoyed it a lot. I was kind of like the
yeah,
problem with inventing in any, or, yeah, investing in anything is by the time regular people hear about it, so it's already too late. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's true. That's true. But
That's so like, dude, people in the car audio community, like on my Facebook page, were pumping up all these coins. That, of course, they already had a bunch of. But if they
right,
have a large following, they're like, "Hey, I can get these people to buy this," and it's the definition of a pyramid scheme. Like the only reason it's valuable is because people think it has value.
Right. Oh, for
So
sure.
they do it's basically like a pump and dump. So pump it up. You know, Elon Musk has done it. Pump it up, dump your stock, and then boom, hey, you made a bunch of money. Everyone else lost theirs. You made their money.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll never have to worry about it.
No, me neither. Me neither.
I'll never have to worry about it, you know.
Outside
So
of a 401k, I just don't want to invest my money.
no,
I don't
you
know,
know,
man. Not in that. I'd rather buy property. I don't know. I'm not good with the stock market.
no, I would just rather invent something to sell or create something
Yeah.
that fills a niche. I mean, I like selling stuff. Like
Yeah.
I like that. You know, it's like the idea that, you know, they were like, you guys should make an amplifier because everyone's making amplifiers. And that's the reason why I don't want to do it, is because everyone's making amplifiers. Um, but it's all, you know, as a collector's item, it would be fantastic,
Right.
you know, but you know, I don't want to deal with some idiot that blew up the amplifier because they didn't hook it up properly, you know,
Exactly.
and that's exactly what will happen. Yeah, you know,
Yeah, the only reason I like property just because no more of it's being made in the United States. It is what it is.
right.
You know, so you can buy something that's undeveloped or something it is, but
So I used to think that, and part of me would like, I like a nice secluded area
yeah,
where no one's gonna bother me for about a week,
yeah,
and then it's like I need people to talk to.
yeah, me too. I would live in a place like that, but I have to have the internet.
It's not even the internet. I just
Yeah,
need people to talk to. Like I need, and as annoying as sometimes talking to people can be,
yeah,
I still need that, you know. And it's like, I mean, we live in like where we live here in Florida is one of the busiest places in Florida. And it's like it's, I mean, dude, it's packed,
yeah,
and even sometimes that's like, it's, you know, kind of slow, slow day. You know, it's
right.
like, are you serious? But yeah, no.
Yeah. If I had the internet, I'd be good. I'd venture out once a week, talk to people. Although I say that, I also wouldn't want to cook every single meal every day. That'd be rough.
I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. So
Yeah, I don't think that I've ever in my life had every single meal I've eaten cooked or prepared. I guess you could
for
buy like
you?
pasta pizza. Yeah, yeah, even for me or anything.
Well, I mean, when you go on a cruise, they do all the cooking
Oh,
for you.
well, I guess so. But I'm talking about like at home. So
Oh,
like we would have like cereal for breakfast. You make
yeah,
yourself a sandwich for lunch, and then
right.
mom would cook dinner or something like that. And I guess
You know,
you could do the same thing
when
out
I
there.
was a kid, yeah. I mean, that
Yeah,
was, you know, but as an adult, no. But I know plenty of people that have. Like I know, you know, like Sue's parents, her mom cooks all the food. He
yeah,
doesn't do any of that shit. I mean, I take it back. There's like two things he cooks, you know, but otherwise it's like, no, he just, you know, there's food. I'm gonna eat it. You know, so yeah, yeah,
yeah, for sure, man.
yeah. I
Live
mean,
in
5 million would be nice, but I mean, we all play that game, right? Isn't that like one of the fun games to play? You know, if I won the lottery, what would I do? I mean, it's
yeah,
like,
this is one of the funnest games to play, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I so there's that TV show that's like My Lottery Dream House.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever watched that. I got roped into it one night because
I've
there goes.
watched the one, I won the lottery something, but, like, all the sad stories of people that
Oh,
won the
those are the worst. Well,
yeah,
and that's the reality of it. Most of these guys become broke again, you know,
right.
because they've never
Never had
had the money
money,
before and they
and
just
they
spend
never
it
knew how
all,
to treat it. Right, yeah.
you know, and it's like, oh well shit, you just you just spent all your money. So I mean, what are you expecting? So, um, yeah, I don't know. I would like to give it a try though.
Yeah, dude, I would like if I had so if I had unlimited money and I did what I wanted to do, and now I'm bored with that, right? So I might spend a year or two traveling. I've seen what I want to see. I'm kind of bored with that. I'm looking for other stuff to do.
Right.
I honestly I think I would want to be like the Mr. Beast of car audio. I would go around giving people free systems. Of course, I'm not putting it in.
Right.
We don't got that kind of time, and we need it to look nice for camera.
Right.
But I think I would do stuff like that. I think that would be fun, like pimping your ride style, but not stupid shit, like real car audio type stuff.
My plan was to just go around to, like guys that I know and just kind of like hang out at their stores for a couple days and
Yeah,
just kind of like figure out how they do stuff, because obviously they have a different perspective on it. So it was, it was more of like, let's hang out with them and see how they do their work, and what they build and what makes them special. And to me that's always intriguing. And then, kind of where we can interject to help do that. Or kind of like dirty jobs, but
right.
not bad.
You're the micro of it. No TVs underneath cars.
No.
But I would be the exhibit character 100%. Like I'm coming in
Right.
there, like I'm just going to be an agent of chaos. That's what I would want to do. Another thing I would do is I would like to pay my friends to do dumb shit. Like how much would it cost for you to just do something stupid?
Yeah, but that never works out.
I know, but
Like,
I won't. Let me get the money. Let me see.
I mean, but yeah, that always ends badly though, because I mean, like you look at like David Dobrik, and it's like, he's I loved watching his stuff. Like his content to me was so enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just really enjoyed watching it, but like he had a couple bad things where some of those guys got hurt or some of those guys were really
Oh yeah.
scumbags, and it was like, oh crap, and so
And I never
you know,
watched any of that, but
yeah, some of them were cool, but
yeah.
it's like, all it takes is associating with one dumbass, and it's like it ruins the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't hire me, man. I'll tell you right now.
Oh.
Y'all think I want to keep working? What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Exactly.
No, no, no. I don't want to keep doing this shit forever.
Yeah.
Everyone has a price. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure they do, but
Right. Yeah.
uh,
When I just can't imagine like the people that have the big entourages with them. I wouldn't want that all the time.
no,
Like
that was straight up what killed MC Hammer.
right. Yeah.
Like, you're making all this money, but you're taking all your friends with you. It's like, fuck that.
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, and I have a lot of friends, and I want them around, just not every second of my life. Like, let's hang out on the weekends or whatever. We're going on the trip together, but then go home. Like, I
Yeah.
just I can't imagine having people around me all the time. Besides
No,
my
yeah.
family that I already put up with.
Right. And most of them aren't there to be your friend anymore. They're just there because you're
Yeah.
paying them
Right.
to be there.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't want to miss out. Um, I mean, in some cases, that's what we're told, anyways.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, it seems like that's how it always is. All right. Well, we can't use. We'd have to put some real speakers in your car, bro, and get some better amps. Yeah.
Definition of trips going to Walmart. That is a trip, man. I hate going to Walmart.
Oh, I don't go to Walmart ever.
Yeah.
No.
We signed up for the plan or whatever, so they just bring it to the house.
You guys got different Walmarts where you're at, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I mean, because you're in the home of Walmart, so I mean, I don't want to, like, our Walmarts are shit, man. They're just disgusting.
Yeah.
No pride having, just God. which is a shame. I mean, it wasn't always that way.
Right.
I feel like the supermall Walmart was the downfall of our Walmarts here.
Yeah.
Because they got so big and they didn't care and they didn't hire right and the upper management is shit. Because you look at a Target and it's like we have a Target that was a regular Target and turned into a super Target and it got better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's cleaner, better, and you're like
really nice. Yeah.
And you're like, how did that happen? How did you go from like okay, because it was an okay Target, like and then yeah.
The Walmart by my house is actually fairly nice. We do have ghetto Walmarts here, though.
I mean, I
Everybody
feel
kind of knows what they are, but
yeah.
and then the funny part is the Walmart that's actually in the ghetto part of town is not the ghetto Walmart. It's actually very nice. The one in the I wouldn't say rich, but like older money part of town, that's the ghetto Walmart.
I like Snooty. I will gladly pay for Snooty. Listen, man, there's a certain experience that as a human, I want to partake in. I want things a certain way. Okay, it makes me feel comfortable. I like cleanliness. I like people that I like people that enjoy what they do or give me the perception of joy in what they do. I like that experience. That's why we go to Disney, because hands down, Disney Orlando is got some of the coolest people in the world working there that love what they do. The place is clean. Very rarely will you find anything that's wrong. It happens, but it's just that experience. Is it got 10,000 roller coasters? No, but I don't like roller coasters, so it's okay. And we have Universal, and we've had season passes for there, and it's like when you go to Universal and you go to the superhero lane and the fucking music is cranked up to 11 and you're just going, I can't even think. Like, how is this cool?
Yeah.
And everyone is like, can I help you? It's like, yeah, give me a pretzel, dickhead. Oh, okay.
That's why everyone likes Chick-fil-A so much.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Did you compare that to Popeyes, which I do like Popeyes, but Popeyes is ratchet, man. Like you're not getting good service at Popeyes very often.
Dude, so in the Walmart parking lot is a Wendy's on my way to work. And I like Wendy's. I like breakfast. That's it. Like I don't eat at these places any other time other than breakfast. Not bougie. It's just I don't like the food, but I like breakfast. How hard is it? You can't fuck up a biscuit, like in my mind. You can, but most people don't. I pull up to the drive-thru and I'm waiting. And I know who the chick is because I see her every week.
Yeah.
And I know what's happening. And I'm just sitting there waiting. And it's getting to that uncomfortable point where, are they open? I know they're open. It's like 9:30. They're open. They've been open for an hour. Finally, she goes, take your order? And it's like, yeah, I like this. Anything else? No. Okay. Thank you. Drive around and, exchange happens. And it's just funny because it's like the whole purpose of the drive-thru is to be like, can I take your order? As soon as the little beeping noise that is so obnoxious happens, and like, or it's, can I take your order? What? What the fuck is no? Could you speak the fuck up?
Yeah. Dude, total side jag from that, but we were at a Macy's, and at the top of Macy's, they have like Macy's rack or Macy's back room.
Yeah, we have one. Yep.
So anyways, we find a couple things. I'm going to pay you, and I'm shitting you. Dude, I had to push 12 different things on screen before I could pay. I was this close to just like setting it down, walking away, like, y'all keep it. I don't need it anymore. And then they asked another question after I pushed the 12 things. So I already told Cass, like, I'm never going to Macy's back room again. Because, like, can I just pay for the thing I want to get?
No.
I can even give you cash. I rarely carry cash, but I can give you cash today. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually pulled a hi-fi the other day when the girls were gone. I was running through the neighborhood and I was like, man, somebody's grilling. It smells so good. I was like, man, I'd really like to grill some chicken.
Yeah.
So I went and bought some boneless, skinless thighs, which
Ooh,
is
good choice too.
yeah, those are good. That's the only way I can eat thighs. I hate thighs. Something about boneless, skinless though changes the whole texture. It's a totally different experience. So Sunday night, man, I'm out to fucking grilling up some boneless, skinless thighs. I got some barbecue. The barbecue sauce was mustard based. I don't know. It's like some fucking weird stuff. I don't know.
Some kind of North Carolina. But
Yes, it's North Carolina.
yeah, it's good. I've had
No,
it.
no, it was.
Yeah.
I was like, this is different. I was trying all this new crap that I was like, oh yeah, let's try it. Because normally I just get like sweet barbecue sauce and it'd be great, but it's like, what, let's try this. It was all right. It was good. But no, I was having a blast. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure you get the temperature right. So I like put my little thermometer in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, my hand is gonna catch on fire as I'm burning, as I feel my hair starting to singe off my arm. And I'm going, all right, fuck it.
I'm done with this.
Like it's gotta be. If I get salmonella, I'll be home alone, pooping my brains out.
I'm with Joaquin on this, but I do like white meat, but if I'm given a choice, like I don't like drumsticks, I will eat them, but I'm a thigh guy. I like thighs.
I hate thighs. I hate them.
Do you really?
Oh fuck! If that's what's on the table, I'm like,
yeah.
Well, y'all couldn't spring for some real chicken?
Yeah, I love chicken thighs, but yeah, I can see the point. Especially, I mean, like it's hard if you buy cheap chicken, it's almost always red at the bone. No matter how long you cook it, you cook it 200 degrees and still red.
There's no bone, there's no nothing, so this is great. I had nothing to worry about. That's the thing. So, when I was working at a fast food restaurant when I was a kid, we had chicken. We did roasted chicken, and we'd have to clean the chicken. So the chicken would come in, and they want it all trimmed off, like trim all the fat, trim all the goo, remove the guts from the thigh, and do all this shit. And so, like, I was traumatized from a very young age because I would clean hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of chicken, and it was just the grossest fucking thing ever. And the thigh was always the worst.
Like, I'm lucky I never had to. I got horrified just from my great grandma wringing their necks.
Oh yeah,
but we never had to actually break the chicken down. So
yeah, it was just so gross, and the thigh was always disgusting. So it was like,
I bet.
It was just like, oh, gross. But breast, wings. But the thing is like sometimes the breasts just get too big.
Yeah.
Chicken breast, so it's like, I mean, to me, the wing is still the best, but not like Hooters wings. I like chicken wings, like a normal fried chicken wing, like
with the gross little nub on the end.
All that shit. No, just a regular, the little shitty 3-piece chicken wing. Like I
a drum or a fry guy or a flat guy?
What's that?
Are you a drum or a flat guy?
It depends on how I feel.
Really?
Yeah, because
I like both, but if I'm picking my own pieces, I'm getting like 60 to 70% drums and then the rest flats.
Right. And so like I feel the flat tastes better.
Yeah.
But some days I don't want to have to fuck with all of it.
Yeah.
The whole.
Do you ever do the whole thing where you just like go and get all the meat off it?
Yeah, every now and then you get lucky.
Yeah. That's typically how I do it. I just kind of like, or I'll push them down and take all the meat off and then just pop it in.
Yeah, dip it in the right. But
yeah, your hands are gonna be
Yeah. Some days it's just like I don't want to have to go through all that. I just want to. And then some days you just go, you know what? I'll take the chicken nuggets.
Right. Well, but if you go to Hooters, they'll debone them for you.
Yeah, it's
just the ultimate. Nugget. That's the ultimate. They put the gloves on, they debone them all. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm just
living like a king.
Bourbon chicken. Oh, the bourbon chicken from the mall is good. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there.
It is. Bourbon chicken always.
Yeah. Yeah, with cabbage. Ooh. Yeah. Now I want to go to the mall.
We did overtime.
4 minutes. Crap.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in this week. All right. So I did find a movie.
Oh, good, because I didn't even consider a movie.
American Nightmare. It came up. It's another documentary.
I think I've bookmarked that. I can't
Okay.
remember what it's about, but
I don't either. I watched it. It immediately was the commercial after I got done with Bitconned. I was
yeah.
like, oh, this looks
Is it
good.
about the dude that kills his family?
No, this is about
Okay.
some girl that said was kidnapped and looks like she wasn't. Then she just shows up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
So,
You know,
but
I'm always down for a documentary. So
yeah. So I say we watch another documentary. Um, we'll see how it goes from there. But it's called American Nightmare on Netflix. Check it out. That is it for now. Thank you guys so much for playing with us. You've been sidejagged.
see ya.
See ya.